All right, we're going to talk about some fitness. No gimmicks, no shortcuts, just real results. I challenged myself to work out for 45 days straight without any days off. It sounds kind of crazy. If I missed a day, I'd have to start all over. How I did it, what worked, what didn't work, what I learned along the way. In case you're wondering, I started this journey at 350 pounds. I'm currently hovering around 330, but it's about a mindset and getting my body just in generalized shape. People ask me or have asked me why I'm doing this, and I simply tell them I'm trying to change my dad bod into a father figure. So if you're struggling, if you need motivation, stick around. This might be the push you need to keep going. My journey didn't start in the beginning of January with the New Year's resolution. For me, those don't make any sense. If you're going to make a change, start, make it. I started my journey right after I turned 5. That was in November. Over the summer, there was a I'd gone to the hospital because my blood pressure had hit 210 over 180, which is, in case you didn't know, stroke. That was my wake call, but I didn't jump straight into it. It wasn't until beginning of November, after I turned 35, that I actually finally said enough. My clothes didn't fit, and I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin. I did try to work out at home at first, and that didn't work for me because we have a dog. He kept barking at me the entire time. Didn't want to wake up the family, so I knew there was a change that had to be made somewhere. With nothing else to do, I decided to go and get a gym membership. I got one at 50, and I tried to sign up on my phone. Unfortunately, I couldn't do everything on the phone, so I did have to go in there, so didn't start right away. And after I got my gym, I started the very next morning. Now, I didn't just want to start a workout. I made myself a deal. The first one was I didn't just go in and start working out. I had a plan. First of all, there's 45 days straight. No excuses. If I missed a day, I'd have to start all over. Second one was logging everything that I did. I used fitness apps and I logged it on my Facebook. I still log every single exercise on both the fitness app and Facebook. I track down the total numbers of workout that I've done, and since starting, no missing days, no lost progress. I had a structured plan instead of just going into the gym. That's it. No magic formula. Just show up, do the work, stay accountable, and let me tell you, having a plan has changed everything. So after my 45 days of workouts, I made an adjustment. I now only go 6 days a week, and that way I have 1 day a week as my rest day. I don't always take the same day off, and that's perfectly fine, as long as I take 1 day off in a 6 day time period. That gives me time to rest. Usually my days off are on Saturdays, so I can spend it with family, but 1 day off a week for my rest day. When I first started working out, I was following or using an app called Fit AI, and it was doing my workout plans, it was tracking everything, it was fantastic. But after about 60 days or 60 workouts, it didn't work out as much for me personally, and I felt I needed a little bit of a change. So I went and found a different app, and about 90 days, I moved over and switched to Fitbod. It's another AI based fitness coach. It made a huge difference and definite progress from that point on. There was progress with the other one, but I got moved past the Fit AI and I needed something that would push me a little bit more. The biggest lesson that I got for that is go in there with a plan. If you don't go in the plan, you will become what I like to refer to as a wanderer. It's someone that's going to go over to the machine, do a workout here, get up, try to identify where to go next. And if you don't have a plan, you don't really start seeing progress. You don't start seeing movement in the right direction. So go with a plan. If you don't have a plan, it is okay. Use a bot. They work. Take it from me. The bots work. Go in with real structure and you will get real results. Now I'm a military veteran, Army, and so it is easier for me to force myself to get up and work out early in the morning rather than after work. Some people may ask me, why don't you go in the afternoon? You have so much more time. Why are you wasting time in the morning? And my response to that is, I'm also a middle school teacher. And after dealing with middle schools all day, and if you're a parent and has a middle schooler, you completely understand what I'm saying. I don't want to go to the gym and I'm mentally burnt by the end of the day. So I just want to go home and decompress. So that's why I go first thing in the morning. When I first started, I was getting up at 3:30. I understand that's early, and I was spending about an hour in the gym. After a while, an hour wasn't enough for me, so I started getting up at 3:15 in the morning, and now I spend about an hour and a half at the gym, maybe a little bit more sometimes. My takeaway is you have time somewhere in your schedule. You just need to find it and dedicate yourself to say, this is the time that I'm going to go do this. This is the time that I will be going to the gym. And find it, keep consistent with it, and it'll become a habit sooner than you think. For me, after about 20 days, I started finding myself wanting to go to the gym. After 40 days, I didn't have to force myself to get up anymore. Now that I'm over 120 days in, even on the days that I have off, I still get up on the regular time to get up and go to the gym. And I have to be like, oh no, today's my day off. And I go back to sleep. So the question is it worth it? Absolutely. I feel so much better. My clothes are starting to fit better. Am I seeing the super results that you see on most people's pages? I'm started out at 350 pounds, and results take time. I am at 330, and I've been hovering around that 330 for a couple months now. But as we all should know, muscle does weigh more than fat, and I am losing the right areas in the right spots. My blood pressure has improved. I feel stronger, healthier, and I have more energy throughout the day. And the best part is I'm just getting started. It isn't just about looking good, it's about being stronger for myself and for my family. That's why I always say I'm trying to change the dad bod into a father figure. It's not a temporary change. You have to dedicate yourself to knowing that this is going to be a lifestyle that you are going to adapt to. That's another reason why I told myself I was going to do it for 45 days straight, so that way I could change a pattern into a habit. I am now at habit stage, and I don't plan on changing or breaking this. So if you're ready to get started on your own challenge, drop a comment down below. Let's keep each other engaged. Let's keep each other motivated. Let's pump each other, and drop a like. Hit the subscribe button in the bottom. I've got way more fitness content coming your way. Let's do this. Let's stay working on this together, and let's keep each other motivated.